taking more of the risk out of these two drafts?
Honestly, I think the Shaker pick from OG was the biggest risk.
Okay. Putting it in the offlane or just
yeah?
Yeah.
I think I'm more confident in Huskar any role than I am offlane Shaker nowadays. It just feels like it's sort of lost its luster. I loved playing that way back in the day, but it's just so much weaker in the laning phase now, especially against pretty much any hero Liquid would put up against it. And it's just, honestly don't know. I'm just hyped because this is one of those games you really don't know who the hell's going to win until you see it play out.
Sure. And this Huskar, I think there's going to be a lot of potential for Huskar because you got to remember as well, Kyle. You know, I know, I'm sure you know it already, but refresh yourself. Have a look at the Huskar Aghanim Shard and tell me that's not amazing against Io, Weaver, and Troll.
Oh my goodness. That is pretty good. And I know Liquid, like shout out to Jabs and Blitz and the rest of the squad. They're all huge nerds. So I am sure they're very aware of that and perhaps even see this shard as an IO counter because of it.
I mean, it's got to be, what, 50% reduction, dude. That's, you know, you're not hitting that with many items. Well, I get, you know, obviously Vest, but that's a big number on a spell that you're going to be able to throw out pretty nicely. I mean, it's already, what, 11-second cooldown. Do you get a cooldown?
Yeah, 3 seconds.
Yeah. No, wait, no, that's on the life break. It's and the shard is on the NFI, remember, Kyle?
Yeah.
That's the Q, Kyle.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, we're good.
I must have misheard. It's all good. It's all good. Look, okay, mid. This is the matchup that I wasn't sure about. The Troll versus Huskar.
Sure.
I think should be Huskar favored, but I'm not. I don't know. And he actually went for the Q first. There it is already. So I think that might give him a bit of an edge because it's such a low mana, high damage spell. Top lane's the one I'll probably check out just because I feel like this Void Spirit Oracle is going to have a field day with this Earthshaker.
Well, we'll see how much Seb can get out of this lane against Mickey and Insania. And then down on the bottom, you know, No-Tail supporting up mid one. I mean, into the Bloodseeker Earth Spirit lane, is this somewhere that, you know, mid one's going to farm all right, or are Liquid going to be able to put any pressure onto these two?
I think it's a bit of a trade. You can already see Taiga just pulling creeps and messing with the mechanics, so it's not real Dota being played down here just yet. I think top, you're going to have more straight up brawling. You can already see Seb forced to salve.
Yeah, Seb's probably going to have to get quite a bit of regen out against the two of them. We'll see how well Saxa can make him space it. Trying to hold back Insania and eventually tank a lot of the burst. But when that burst is there, Mickey and Insania will definitely have a good shot of getting the jump on these two. They've got to be careful and they've got to save their stuns defensively. In fact, a good angle to go in onto Mickey, but now Mickey's ready to turn. He puts down the Remnant. He's grabbed back Saxa. As Liquid, they'll be able to secure that first blood in this lane that you did anticipate is going to be a little difficult for OG.
For sure. And the thing is, you know, we saw Taiga in a couple of games under the Spirit straight up win all 3 lanes for Liquid. That's going to be where his eye is at because Seb, with this build, he can be formidable in the laning phase, but he has to be in a position of strength to get those enchants off in melee range. If Taiga shows up, like, he just dies to the 3 stun lane. And that's the beauty of these pulls. Like, in theory, if you can get lane control for Boxy, as we see he's acquired, now he's going to go look at middle. There's another really active lane he could play around. Huskar does a ton of damage to a hero like Troll.
Let's see if Taiga can get the angle there, but it's going to be scanned out. So OG know exactly what's going on around mid. And they're going to bring No-Tail over to just sort of get Taiga out of this area. Make sure the Topson's safe to keep farming as best as he can against Koifa, and so far, so good really in this lane. You know, we've seen obviously in the past, Huskar picked and just destroying heroes in the 1v1, but here in this matchup, Topson keeping the CS pretty much even against Koifa's Huskar.
Yep. It's so tense. I can feel it. Because obviously these teams are going to be favored to win out the tiebreaker. Tundra have the luxury of waiting and watching to see if their match upcoming against OG will be a must-win for them.
He's going for this. I mean, he's got the backup of No-Tail. He's diving in onto Koifa. The regen's going to be too much for him to fight through. This level 2 Berserker's Blood allowing Koifa to survive. Topson trying to get in yet again. He really wants to get in on top of Koifa with the melee hits if he can. See if he can close this gap. He's going to have another slow in a few seconds. No-Tail keeping him sustained, but now Koifa is just going to turn towards No-Tail. No-Tail's going to get pushed back. Koifa still alive. They just don't have the damage to kill the Huskar at the moment between the two of them, and they've got to be careful. The Taiga by Koifa's side. Thompson, he's got to get out of there.
Yeah, he got Helm of Iron Will delivered as that second attempt went down. So there's just no way you're going to kill him anymore with all that regen. 15 HPS. It was even more under the tower, plus the armor boost, of course. Taiga uncharacteristically missing a couple rolls, but oh, now the All-Flame's here.
Yeah, they've got the backup. Wow. And with that, they're just going to be able to blow up Thompson. A nice little move up from Boxley as he comes to join the forces and get the kill. Top lane, they might just be able to burst Seb, or can Seb turn and get Mickey instead? To simulate off the side, Mickey's away over the Fissure. And with the south going, Mickey, he'll be able to back away.
Yeah, Seb going for the wrong dissimulate portal, but, you know, can't blame him. Mickey not going to play into his hands. And keep in mind, with all this brawling that's happening mid and top, the reason Boxy can connect for kills like that, he's got 2 points in Thirst. When 3 enemy heroes are all, you know, under 40% HP, he's suddenly moving at haste. And here's the TP we're talking about.
Let's see if Tiger can set up onto Seb as they're going to have the hold here. Insania with the root to line things up. Tiger gets the kick, gets the slow off. Seb, he's got a few stick charges. Is it going to be enough to help him? It isn't. Seb will go down as Liquid get the kill, and around these rune timings as well, they get the one from the river. Saxo is already in position, though, to head up and get the one from OG's own triangle. Tiger will block the count. No, drops the ward down.
Oh, this is so much fun. I'm gonna miss this when it's gone, Owen. Like, this is our last day of EU Dota.
Tiger still got the bounty rune. Did Saxo?
Wait, what? He left it.
He left it. I guess he did. Yeah, Thompson had a bottle. He was leaving it for Thompson, but Tiger, he gets the window to go in and take the bounty rune for Liquid.
Nice.
So Liquid, yeah, end up getting 3 of the 4 bounty runes there, with Saxo leaving that one for Thompson. And, of course, this leaves Thompson with an empty bottle. As he couldn't get there in time.
Yep. That's the thing about playing against Huskar mid. You have to go for these more unconventional styles, because if you can't spam axes, you just can't lane. Like, look how aggressive Koif is allowed to play. You can't really trade with him unless he's missing most of his hits. It's also, of course, an orb attack, so you can do this without being annoyed by creep mechanics. One of the reasons Viper is such a formidable laner. Huskar has the same benefit.
We'll see them be able to secure this DD for Quakefoot, so that continue to cause further issues for Thompson. But still, as we say, you know, Thompson against the pressure, he's matching the farm. He's doing a very good job here compared to what a lot of other heroes would have to suffer with against a Huskar.
No-Tail TP tier 2 mid. He's ready for some kind of aggression to come out. They want to be careful with Koifa's DD. The one sacrifice, though, so far for Liquid is Boxy's game isn't going great. Mid 1, top 35 and 14. So he's doing just fine. And he's also going a very greedy build, rushing Maelstrom. So Bloodseeker will have a better matchup going on to the game, but mid 1's going to get really big really fast. And we have not seen this Wisp Weaver combination lose. Keep that in mind. So a lot of emphasis now on mid 1 and his importance in this game.
They're trying to have another go on to Seb. They've got the level 6 on Mickey. Jumps in with the Astral Step. Saxa is by Seb's side, though. We'll make sure that they can't dive in further for the kill. Now, mid 1, he's ready for the counterplay. They know that Mickey used a lot of mana to jump in, but he's still got enough to jump out once more. So mid 1 won't get the kill, but he's going to be happy to reposition himself and start farming on this top lane, where he can begin to put some pressure onto Liquid.
I'm not so sure about that, Owen. I don't think mid 1 wants to be here.
Keep the Weaver down bottom, or?
Yeah, I mean, consider his build. Again, like, he went straight Javelin, Maelstrom, no real stats. Like, this is a very squishy hero, and he's now rotated to a lane where there's no ability to put tower pressure out just yet. Yeah, Seb is going to go bottom and trade, but this is a level 7 Bloodseeker. I don't think you're going to be happy down here as Seb. He needs at least 6 to be really able to contest.
All right, well, yeah, we'll see, because, I mean, at the moment, 8 minutes in, 3-0. Liquid with that slight lead.
Yep.
Definitely showing them coming off the back of the landing stage a little bit stronger than that of OG, but still very early days and very close. And OG yet to really go for their first play.
And No-Tail, or rather, Insania did get the bottle fill on Mickey, so we've now transitioned into this 3-on-3. Seb bottom. You know, perhaps this is just what OG want. They just want to swap the lanes. Like, this does make sense when you consider that Taiga is now locked into his lane. And yeah, Liquid want no part in this. They're going to rotate right back. They want to go take out Seb and ensure that they can have a more skirmish-centered game.
Yeah, Seb's aware there. Seb immediately backing away from this tower and not allowing any chance for Tiger and Mickey to jump in on him. So
he placed that ward himself when he TP'd down just above his tower. That saves him there. I think he felt it as well, but got confirmation from the vision.
Well, they might try and have a little bit of an attempt on Tiger. It's hard, but they've got a fish H. They've got Saxo here as well. A couple of stuns. They get a root, they'll certainly have it, and they do. Straight away, allowing Step to close in, keep him locked down with the Enchant Totem.
Yeah. Koifa has his armlet complete, though, and he found arguably the best item for a Huskar this early on, the Possessed Mask. So taking him down is now incredibly difficult. Mickey's still farming, but I don't you feel like Liquid have the emphasis here? Like, they are the ones that need to take towers. They've got to be more aggressive, because, I mean, we've seen this with Weaver scale.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Weaver Troll, I mean, levels 20, 25 plus, like, this gets out of hand really fast.
No, for sure, yeah. If OG's able to keep this game in a pretty stable position, they're definitely going to be having the upper hand later on. And the Huskar's still going to be a nuisance in the late game because of these disarms and this reduction of health, healing and regeneration, but no, it's not necessarily going to win you the game when you're right, when they're level 25.
Well,
Liquid, they've got to keep this pressure high. They're going to be able to catch mid one. That's a great way to do it. They find the Weaver, they take him out. DD Rune as well, spawning top. I mean, with that armlet, there is also that opportunity for that Roche attempt if Koifa feels confident enough to go for it.
I'm not so sure. It's so risky is the thing. Like, OG's lineup can play so fast.
Sure, well, you don't think we're going to see Liquid try and rush,
unless or you smoke into it. Oh,
and you know, here you go. You got a DD, dude. You got your armlet. It's nice and early. You've just killed off the Weaver. You go for the Roche.
So risky.
I think, yeah, but it's one of those things. The payoff's going to be pretty huge if you can get an Aegis on your Huskar at 10 minutes in.
They don't know.
And I think they can do it easy. They've got Tiger to tank, so this is going to be an easy Roche. They're going to have this one, no problem. And, you know, this is just such an important thing to pick up when you're trying to win the game in the fashion that Liquid is.
Because it's not even about, like, this first Roche, it's very nice, don't get me wrong. But it also accelerates the timing of the second and third Roche. And consider, Liquid should have an edge here for at least the next 15 minutes of this game. Now you have this edge, you'll get towers off it, but that second Roche could spawn pre-20 minutes. Like, that is absurd. Suddenly it's 30 minutes in, someone's getting a free Ags. Like, that is game-changing. Assuming you're able to maintain control of the game, of course.
Bottom lane, they will manage to get the lockdown onto Mickey, dropping the slam. Make sure that they can take him out. Mid lane, though, this dive, this aggression, you know, with the Aegis, they're ready to do this. Jumping in, towers cannot be held, and Thompson's going to lose his life off the back of trying to stick around for this. As now, Liquid, they can really force for these objectives. I mean, if you're OG in this position, what's sort of the plan? You see this Huskar taking towers with the Aegis. Do you sort of just have to let Liquid take what they want, or what's the plan?
Check out bottom lane, you can see the plan. Seb's just got the plan acquired. Level 4 Aftershock, Blink Dagger acquired. No Echo, of course, but now all of a sudden Liquid have to be real cautious with their team fighting.
Well, Saxa, very nice! I mean, the power of the Vendetta there, getting him whilst he's low on the old strength. So that will take the Aegis away pretty soon after pickup. So Liquid only able to achieve the tier 1 mid. Koifa just not being careful enough and prepared for Saxa to be watching out for him.
Yep.
As Saxa takes away the Aegis as easily as that.
Yep. Another thing to note, you know, pre-nerf, Nyx would have been seen as a bit of an answer to the Huskar because the break mechanic, that is no longer there. Vendetta hit, however, is about 350 pure damage. So you've got to be cautious if you're Koifa with your toggling. And it just makes the game a little more difficult to play because if you are at that 1 HP threshold, you kind of have to always be toggling once you hit that 350 HP mark, but you can still technically die if Sox is already, you know, in front of you, invis, stop canceling his right click. But look at Insania though, like this is the benefit. This is why you take the Oracle, because he's just now gonna play like a yo-yo and just stay in the vicinity of Koifa, make sure he can play as aggressively as he wishes. Tiger just magnetized to farm a stack, so I don't expect Liquid will make any moves that quickly. It's OG, it feels, who are on the more aggressive. Oh, wow, look, Thompson's build. Mage Slayer queued up.
He loves it, doesn't he? I've seen this before on some of his mid builds. I mean, it's a nice item, right? It makes sense all around. Bit of magic resistance. Yeah. I mean, great on these sort of melee carries.
it does make sense too. You know, mid one's your carry, and Thompson, even in his leveling up, like Berserker's Rage max, or Axe's max, you know, not going for the more passive farming build where you'd put more points fervor, phase boots, a wand, like this is the fighting build. He is going to be the frontliner and have faith in mid one to ultimately deal enough damage to win his team the game. Nice scan there from No Tail.
See top, No Tail. He should go down here. Boxy with that ATOS complete. Has that additional control. Make sure that there's no chance for a tether to safety.
Yeah, big fan of that item here. Boxy just on the bug squashing squad because that is his role here. He wants to ATOS into silence, wants to get the rupture off. Do not let mid one just freely carry this game. Mickey maybe in some trouble mid, but wait, what? Thompson?
He just walked around on the high ground. I mean, this is some aggression here from Thompson. He's going to get ruptured. See if he can get out of this. He's going to try and TP, but they've got the control. He gets the ult off in time, but they'll be able to kite this out. As, yeah, Thompson just... Oh, going to get the save! Oh, okay.
That's sick. I don't know if you can fetch this. You have no rupture now.
All right, I mean, can they go for a round two? There's just going to be No Tail letting his life go.
Okay.
There's just going to be No Tail letting his life go. But No Tail bailing out Thompson there big time.
But that's huge because they win the bounty runes for that. If Liquid get that kill, they can take a commanding position and then get both of the Radiant topside bounties. Instead, it's now a 2-for-2 split at best for Liquid. And they don't get the core. What a save. Isn't level 1 reload? 3.5 seconds on the channel time. Still gets it off.
On top lane, I see Liquid look elsewhere for action. As they're moving in onto Seb and Saxa. Rod of Atos into the blood right. Seb's got to run. Quakefer, he's going to jump over towards Saxa. From the side though, Thompson, he's already in onto the backlines. He's closed the gap onto Insania. Insania having to use the false promise to save Boxy. As Insania, he will go down for this. See if Liquid can get back in onto Thompson. Quakefer jumps across. They get the disarm off Thompson. Caught in the dissimulate. He's getting burst down. Seb comes in with a slam, but he's not enough damage. Quakefer's still good to go. He turns. He takes down Thompson. Mid one gets the time ups off just in time, but Boxy's beating into him. Tiger off to the side, but Saxa finishes him off with a Vendetta hit as they've lost 3 Liquid. Mid one ever so low. Mickey jumps him with the Astral Step, takes him out. Remnant off the mark. No Tail's able to deny the DD rune, and he's trying to beat into Mickey. Seb and Saxa are on their way over as Boxy is low. Fisher setup, Seb blinks in, close the gap. They've got the setup, they've got enough damage. No, Boxy, stick charges, keep him alive, and he's out of there, over to the side. Spike Carapace will hit him, but it's not enough to kill him. Mickey still doing the aggressive work. Jumps in onto Seb with the Dissimulate. As at the end of it all, Liquid, they will get the final few kills, and they're about to get another hit with No Tail soon to be returning. The setup being prepared, and as soon as he's in, he's out once more. As Liquid will keep themselves on top of the kills.
Man, these fights are wild. Oh my god, like that was so sick from OG. They split Liquid. They had Insania caught in the river, so he's forced to then use ultimate on Boxy just because he recognizes I'm gonna die. I'm gonna just give up my life because I have no hope here. That leaves then Koifa exposed, but you know, you're Huskar. It doesn't matter if Oracle's like out of the picture. You're fighting until you die, and that's exactly what he did. But Insania respawns in time to save Boxy.
Thompson, he stepped up to try and farm in the river. They get the jump on him. He's been mass silenced. What? I mean, it's so hard for him to play his game now because Mickey's got this early ags. And he's got to respect that. Anytime he steps up to farm like this, they're easily going to be able to keep him controlled. And between the 2 resonant pulses, the geomagnetic grip, they're just going to be able to make sure that he has no chance to pop the battle chance.
Yes. I don't even know what to say, man. The big timing coming up is Roshan could start spawning in just a minute's time. If you're OG, I don't think you're ready to fight that yet unless Seb gets a hero echo off. You know, he's going to need to be channeling those TI9 Axe vibes because this game is looking pretty rough for OG. They're still not out of it by any means, but I mean, mid one doesn't really come online until later levels. Maelstrom, Sanj, and Yasser just isn't really going to do it. And he's ruptured.
Boxy. Just going to look for the setup here onto No Tail, kicking him back whilst ruptured Tiger is able to put an end to No Tail's life.
Top lane being pressured. Not really much tower pressure put out thus far by OG. They're going to get mid soon. It's in deny range. But it's a tough game for them. Like, Thompson's damage output isn't really there. He did just find a Quicksilver amulet, which is great. You pretty much always have a spell on cooldown. So just free attack speed and move speed. Seb as Arcane really wants level 12 before the next fight.
got to be very cautious. Liquid's lineup hitting that momentum that they drafted for here 18 minutes in.
Yeah. I mean, Halberd on Koifa now with the treads, like, he is huge.
Yeah.
You need more time if you're OG. Your late game should win out, but you just need more time. Huskar is just too damn tanky right now, especially if Insania is still alive behind him.
Oh, to the side, Boxy. He's trying to get in onto Seb. Tiger, he's able to roll in, close the gap onto the Shaker. Koifa jumps in. Seb, he's going to get down before he gets the single spell over on the Fisher off. As Seb's out. Liquid having so many ways to gap close, really, as you can see. Quake for leaping in.
Look at their warding.
Straight for him.
They are playing this Radiant Triangle, controlling Ancients, and they have 3 wards just surrounding them, keeping them safe and providing vision on where OG is. They kind of have to swap this up a bit. I think you've got to seed top now, put mid one and no tail into this bottom area of the map. They're going to get mid tower. Yeah, just swipes the last hit. Would have been denied otherwise. Good job by mid one.
So yeah, Thompson just furiously trying to farm up his BKB. Oh, with these amount of silencers and control in the game, the fights are becoming pretty much impossible for Thompson without that magic immunity. So he's got to get that done. I'll take the tier 2 tower. How long on the Roche? It's going to be 1.5 minutes for the respawn. So Liquid very soon to be able to continue controlling this area. Make sure they're going to have a solid chance of stepping in and taking that for the second time this game.
Yep. You can see just how methodical they're playing this game. Like, okay, it's the simple script to winning as Dire. You get ahead, you get Roche, you control enemy triangle, and you take next Roche immediately where possible. And find kills along the way. I mean, Saksa, you're in no man's land. He did buy his blink right before he died, though, which is good. But, yo, I think this is the 5th or 6th time we've just seen an OG hero die inside the river.
Thompson. He's got to get out of it. No-Tail, he is going to be able to take him away. As No-Tail gets him out in time with a relocate.
That was 100 units off from just silencing No-Tail and potentially landing a kill on the troll.
That's No-Tail. Quite not many chances himself, but keeping Thompson alive, all he needs to do right now. So Thompson can just get that BKB done. He's about halfway there.
Thing is, how will it change? Liquid are very close to their BKBs as well. Mickey, what is that, like 1,000 gold? Boxy. Oh, sorry. Mickey and Boxy are both like 1,000, 1,500 gold away.
Tiger. He gets the angle. Saxa trying to come in and get some rune control around this mid lane, but they've caught him. As again, as you said, this whole area of the map is just a huge area of death, really, for OG every time anyone comes over. And now they're into Roche. And with the 1 member down, OG stand very little chances of doing anything about this. This should be an Aegis and a cheese for Liquid. No problem here, just 22 minutes in.
Yeah, you just can't contest this right now. Koifa is indestructible. And while Thompson, I'm a big fan of Mage Slayer as an item concept, especially in this game. His damage output isn't there. And in a game that's become so passive, he's starting to fall behind a bit just because he doesn't really have anything to help him last to push through these creep waves. But Mage Slayer, consider like Huskar, Void Spirit, Bloodseeker, all of these heroes have a lot of spell damage based DPS. Like Huskar's spears are what really start to hurt you. And Void Spirit specifically, you know, that's all spell damage because of the way the hero functions. But yeah, now a DD on Mickey. He's going to have his BKB finished very soon. And I think if you're Liquid, you might not be able to go high ground, but you're going to start just trying to get these tier 2s. You want to control both outposts at 30 minutes. And if you're OG, just keep doing what you're doing, right? Just split the map. You've got Thompson and No-Tail bottom. Mid one just cut mid-wave by the tier 3, and the other 2 heroes are top. This is all you really have to do here.
There we go. Time for the high ground, push it. Aegis and cheese. What's OG got at the moment ready to put a stop to this? As they're cutting creep waves, and there's already some creeps here. We're going to see Saxon try and jump forward and clean them out. He's going to give his life for that. And the range creep is kept alive. There's still a creep here, so Liquid can keep on pushing. As they couldn't quite get rid of the whole wave.
Oh my god, this one range creep is the hero of this entire push. Like, that's a Rax. Liquid just took a Rax.
Not much that OG could do in response. Thompson, he's able to get the tier 2 bottom. That will pretty much give him the money for the BKB. So now OG, they have their 2 BKBs on their cores. But the question is of how much of a difference that's really going to make in these fights as Liquid only getting further and further ahead. And still with that Aegis and Cheese ready for easily the next fight. There's only a tier 2 left on the map on the outer layers.
Oh. It's not looking good for OG at the moment. They're just not online. Weaver might have BKB, but the trouble is that your offensive damage output just isn't there. It's the criticism that Weaver as a hero concept has faced for years. And typically with the Wisp, you're able to play so fast, like you have tempo control, you get that item advantage.
Oh,
behind it feels bad. Whoa!
He's going to jump with the solo Echo Slam on him. Mickey, they're going to look to blow the Void Spirit. They'll be able to do so. They throw everything down onto him and they take him out. Topson, he's going in for more. Did put the battle chance pretty early, so now he's just got the BKB alone to rely on. We'll see if it's enough. And he's moving in onto Quakefer. Jump forward from Seb. Seb lays down the Fisher onto the back lines. He's locking down Insania, but now Quakefer, he's got his own BKB good to go. They will lose Insania. Tiger getting in the midst of it all, getting the Magnetize out as well. Quakefer ready to dive in onto Seb. Seb will fall. Quakefer still alive as he's just able to clean up. As a triple kill for Quakefer. Midbon, he's got to get the hell out of there, but he's been dusted, rotted. They've got the slow, the blood bright's down. Midbon, could he get out in time? Another Shikuchi will save him, but No Tail's left behind. As Quakefer will be able to deal with the IO. They even still get the catch on Midbon as they take him down as well. Quakefer with the Ultra. It's a team wipe. As Liquid very easily able to respond to that attempt from OG to get out. As they chose to try and fight into this Aegis and Cheese.
I think you kind of had to if you were OG. You saw a window. You had a 5-1-4 engagement. Bounty runes respawning. Unfortunately, Liquid, they're going to get all 4 now, plus that huge teamfight win. You can see the issue is the damage output. Quakefer, he just doesn't die. By the time you get his Aegis, he's killed 3 of you. And that's just not enough. They need another item on Weaver. They need another item on Troll before they can even really hope to even think about contesting this Huskar right now. Level 18. Cheese, he's gonna have AC completed soon. Oh my god, this guy's out of control. What a last pick. 11-1-4. This is why we squealed a bit. This is wild. BO1 Oracle Huskar. Insania's Cheese.
What year is it? That's some of the old stuff coming in here, and Quakefer was very much one of the players you had to watch out for with this sort of strat and hero pick. And its potential in the past, and going to show that here in 2021, this hero still definitely working in these last pick situations.
Yeah, because it's also when Weaver's BKB, when Troll's BKB fade, they're still susceptible to the AoE disarm from the Troll, or from the Huskar rather.
Oh yeah.
It's a 4-second AoE disarm plus the Halberd, which is then another 5 seconds on the Weaver if he's caught by it. So the BKBs, it's not even about their defensive tool necessarily. It's that if you aren't, you literally can't attack any of these enemy Liquid heroes. And in theory, you want to find pickoffs. You want to play a 3-2 style, relocate in, or Weaver find somebody, then there's a dunk. But Liquid, they're just holding hands. They're 5 heroes. Taiga is going to join late, but, look, what, are you going to find him in the base? No, he's going to keep the outpost now.
Mid-bomb. He's looking for Insania. Insania will get taken out. Jump forward over towards Quakefer. They've got the control. Have they got the damage? Quakefer is able to put the cheese. The BKB jumps over towards Saxa. Topson with an early battle chance is trying to beat down Boxy and Quakefer, but he hasn't got enough damage. Saxa will get caught in the blood bright. It's Topson. He's being pushed away from the rest of his team. Mickey is able to get the jump in, and Topson without a BKB and without a battle chance, he's incredibly vulnerable. Quakefer leaps across, takes out Topson, and he's ready to chase down more here with Boxy looking for the setup onto Mid-1. Mid-1 up in the time lapse. They got anywhere to catch him after the Shikuchi Tigers looking for the angle. Won't have the reach though. So Mid-1 will manage to get himself back to safety. Another fight though where it's just OG losing heroes. Liquid barely even being scratched here as they remain unharmed and ready to push the high ground.
It wasn't on our camera, but Taiga's the reason they get that kill on Troll. He had a 3-man Magnetize going and got a silence off. So Seb all of a sudden he's Magnetized, can't blink, can't cast. There's no help coming for Topson. They just had to run away.
And there's the jump. Saxa trying to help out with the defense. Mickey is getting in. Doesn't have to back straight away. Seb, of course, still having the Echo Slam. Quakefer, BKB on cooldown for 5 seconds, so soon to have it ready again for another round. Can they find any sort of job? As the Fisher setup, Seb not wanting to go in yet. He is low, but he's still very aware of the backup potential from Insania. As the false promise, it's going to come out now. A little concerned with Quakefer taking as much damage as he was on the front lines. Now Liquid, they're trying to back away Seb. Another Fisher. But Quakefer, the power of the false promise there. Full HP as it comes to an end.
Insane, I made sure to salve him there as well. Like, there's no way you're dying. I like that decision. The only, like, Liquid are one mistake ahead right now. You just have to make sure there's no scenario where like Huskar dies or Mickey die without being able to be saved. Then you get 2 other heroes on exit kills. Suddenly OG take map control. They place wards. If you let a Wisp Weaver team back into the game, things get really dicey because suddenly your attention is split around the map. They want to maintain this style. They want to be 5. They want to play around the next Roche spawn, which could be pre-30 minutes. In 40 seconds, we might have a Roche spawn.
Dire are scanning.
Some very, very fast timings. As Liquid, I know OG's trying to get out on the map. They're ready to sweep up. They're ready to jump. See who they can find to start things off. Saxa trying to scout things with the Vendetta. Will dispel some of the smoke as they'll put the dust. As soon as they see him, they pounce. Straight in onto Saxa, but this does give the info for the rest of OG to play out of here. No-tail, he's going to relocate mid one down towards the bottom.
Look at this TP.
As Boxy, he's ready to fight as soon as he sees this. They'll come in. They've got any way to catch these 2 mid one out to the side yet again. No-tail will be able to take him back up to the top lane, which up here it's not totally quiet. Mickey and Quakefoot are still around here with Insania. Seb's making his way over as well. They get the Remnant set up onto mid one step. He's going to look for an angle. Fisher just stopped Quakefoot from beating into No-tail, but No-tail, he will still fall. As Liquid claim the life of the Io down bottom. Thompson's he's trying to hit the tier 3s. I mean, he's going with the BKB, and he'll be able to TP out before the BKB comes to an end. So a little bit of damage done by Thompson with the split.
Yep. It's the trouble is typically when OG play this style, they're able to get kills. Like they can outplay you around the map. The trouble is that Liquid's heroes are all just too damn tanky. All 3 cores of BKB. Wherever they're most aggressively positioned, there's an Instania Oracle behind just waiting to ult somebody. So even that reload top, like there's 2 Liquid heroes who TP bottom. They still can't exploit the 3 left top because they're just too damn strong right now. And there's an Ag Scepter on this Roche.
Yeah. And I assume Quakefoot will still be the one to take this. I mean, it's not a bad axe at all. Having that single target disable is going to be very nice. They're in the mid. The jump's been made onto Tiger. Is he actually going to go down? Yes. Mid one will be able to finish him. Pops the BKB and commits onto the target. Boxy turns over towards mid one. Mid one is out for now. Shikuchi's away. I respect the Tiger buyback. Can Liquid get a jump? Tiger rolls in. He's able to get the connection onto No-tail. Saxon turning with the stun to hold him back. Seb as well offering up, and Fisher as he's out. Blink to dodge the Atos. OG continue to retreat. Liquid trying their best to chase, but OG seems like they've managed to split themselves far enough away to make sure that nobody gets caught by this move.
Yeah, this Huskar Ag is actually insane. Like this might just straight up be game winning. It's a 3-second taunt.
It's very strong.
Like, if you ult in on the Shaker, like Shaker is just dead if you're not immediately disabled, and that's impossible with the BKB up. And you can see like OG, they're doing what they can. They're still splitting the map, 2 tops and bottom, but at a point, Liquid, they're just looking for that window. They need 15 seconds where there's no creep waves in their base, and they can start hitting tier 3s. Thompson still playing aggressive. There's no BKB cancel on a TP, so he's free to do this, but he does have to be a little cautious.
See, it's Thompson. He's going to put the BKB and he's going to fight. He's going to put the battle trance, go straight towards Boxy, but Boxy's got the movement speed. He's still got a haste rune. As Boxy, he's just kiting Thompson in pretty deep here with the battle trance, committing him as Thompson's going to get blown up for that. I mean, I guess he felt maybe had the chance to get a kill with that additional offensive potential from the battle trance, but it ends up getting him in such a disastrous position, dragging him right up and far away from any sort of save or backup.
Yeah, if he had not BKB'd, I would have understood it, but he used BKB as well, so that means you're all in. There's no chance of that BKB teleport. And yeah, sure, you're getting some space on the map. Like, look at when mid one's queued up. Like, he recognizes the issues they're having. Like, they need damage.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll say, like...
I mean, this could do it.
That would turn things around.
Absolutely. If mid one could get this Rapier, they can definitely turn it. Or at least have a chance of turning it. Of course, it's not going to be easy. Liquid still with a very solid lead here, 28 to 10, 30k. As mid lane Quakefoot and Insania, they're ready to just bring it straight down the mid lane and look to go towards another set of racks.
Yep.
Just over 10 seconds until Thompson's back.
Although Liquid, I will say Mickey, he has Orb of Corruption, he bought a Deso. So they're going to, and with the AC, it's a pretty big armor disparity in Liquid's favor right now.
They can move on to Quakefoot.
If there's a reload?
I think he was split pushing top. Can they slow this man down? Aegis, Cheese, and an Oracle behind him. It's a hard Huskar to stop. He's in, but there's the axe! Mid-Bon has no chance to react there. As soon as Quakefor lands, Mid-Bon is locked down because of the axe Huskar. And he's now out for a minute. You've got to be careful around this Huskar. Those few seconds of lockdown, you have nothing to do. You're taunted. And now the buyback comes out. Quakefor jumps over to Thompson. Thompson's just gone. He can't press anything. You can't do anything when the Huskar arrives on your face. As Quakefor, who's he going to go for next? He's heading over the bashes there onto No-Tail. No-Tail's gone. Quakefor jumps over towards Thompson. Thompson does get the BKB and the battle trance off. So he's beating into Mickey pretty hard. Will bring Mickey down. But now with the BKB and the battle trance ending, he's got no further ways to save himself. He's just got to rely on No-Tail to get him out of there. But there's another jump in. Quakefor diving in underneath the tier 4s. Takes down Thompson. Turns towards No-Tail. There's no buybacks left on OG. This game is over as Liquid will take this best of 1 victory. And they do it pure Liquid style. Quakefor's Huskar coming in last pick.